The day has come. We are at step 10 in the home selling process. We are at home plate as we speak. Two parts of the number 10. First part was the loan and the buyer having to fund the transaction. So in the last step of the buyers signing all the loan documents and everything that's been sent to the lender is now going to review everything, and the lender is going to wire their portion of the proceeds for closing into escrow company. The buyer is going to wire their portion of the funds for the closing directly to you. Once all the funds are into the escrow company is going to release the recorded document, which means they're going to take that grant deed that you had notarized earlier in this process, and they're going to take that down to the county and get that big fat stamp on it. Once that is stamped, they're going to call us, let us know we have confirmed the recordation and closing the amazing process called escrow. We are truly excited for you, and we know this is a big deal for you when the loan documents are signed and the loan is funded. Traditionally, the buyer is going to sign loan documents one day and the loan is going to be funded the following business day, like I mentioned earlier. And then it's going to be sometime recorded that day or in the future. So this process is usually given anywhere from 1 to 3 business days of signing, funding, and closing. So this is the time traditionally where you're moving. So as you're moving out of the home, we want to make sure that everything is moved out of it. Okay, every piece of personal property, your couches, your rugs, your trash, we want everything out of the home at this time. One way of looking at this is, do you remember when you bought your home initially and what the condition was in? I mean, was it something where you walked in and it was like, it smelled really fresh and it was clean and everything was perfect? Or was it something like you walked in and there was trash everywhere and garbage and all kinds of stuff laying around? Well, if you were on the latter half of that, you probably didn't feel too good about it. And a buyer's not going to feel too good if you leave it like that for them. So let's make sure we clean the home. We make sure that it looks nice and fresh. If you need a connection to a cleaning service, we'll be happy to help you get that information over to you. Let's have this be a beautiful, clean home. So when the buyers walk in, they'll be excited, they'll be pumped about their new home because it's a beautiful thing, right? It's their home now and you've closed it. We did it. We are officially closed now and you are getting paid. What's going to happen from this point on is the escrow company is going to reconcile all the funds the following business day. Then they're going to send those funds out to you. So if you did a check, they'll notify you when the check's ready to pick up. If you did a wire, they'll get that wire out to you and you're going to get paid. And they will send you a copy of the final closing statement at that time. By the way, you're going to want to save a copy of that closing statement. If you have an accountant or CPA that you work with, please be sure to shoot them a copy of it so they have all the information. Outside of that, you're finished. It is complete. And just a side note, if you still happen to have any utilities on, please remember to shut those off unless otherwise requested by the buyer. So your to-do list is done, it's over. And with that being said, I've mentioned this before, but as your real estate agent and friend, I just wanted to thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for the opportunity to help you and your family. It has truly been an honor for us to help you with this process. If there's ever anything that we can do for your friends or family, we'd be honored to have the opportunity to help them as well. Thank you so much.